Welcome to the 2014 Dust Devil Dash. Out of Takeoff, California. We're in Fox Victor. That just looked like a good thermal there. We're 15 miles maybe north of Takeoff Peak. We're the first ones to launch and had to struggle for quite a while, but it's nicer to be up in the air than down on the ground, I think, at the beginning. Get the anticipation over with. And we're doing okay. 10,000 feet. Here is Kelso Valley. That's kind of our first alternate. It kind of feels like a band of lift here. I'm going to stay with the high ground. Somebody got out in front of me, which isn't hard to do, but they got up to this ridge up here at around 10,000. So I'm going to try to stay with the high ground and then work over the Sierras there. So doing good so far. Dad's first day crewing ever. So we'll see if he's headed northbound. But anyways, off we go. I'll let you know when we get up to Inyo Current area. I'll be pretty stoked. Alright, Fox Victor, over what's called Walker Pass, just to the west of Inyo Current, California. Out that direction is Kernville and right here is Lift. That's nice stuff. I'm going to kind of start ignoring some of these. None of them seem to work out when I circle, so I'm going to just push right along this ridge. I'm a little low, but generally over the ridges should be better. So we'll push up ahead here and see if that plan works. A couple of guys that are ahead of me, one are higher, but they are working along this ridge and it seems to be working. So we'll keep going. There goes Inyo Current. That's pretty much the tough part of this whole deal today is getting out of Takeoff, being up to the Sierras. So this is the southern end of the Sierras. There's Mount Inyo right there, that peak that is unfortunately above me. But we'll keep trucking along. Good old 1968 LaBelle is doing its job. So back to work. We'll see you. All right, we're over Coso Junction rest stop. And just had a really nice strong climb. I stopped for. The point is to get that higher peak. The first high peak is Olancha Peak. You want to kind of be on top of that, then you make a real easy jump northbound. There's a little cue forming there, so that's up in the probability of good things ahead. Tower Reservoir is a bird over here. I always go to the birds, they may know. I found something here. Found birds almost exactly right here in the K8 one. So good, sure enough. You find the birds, you go up. It's still going up. Just try it. We're actually keeping up pretty good. Wow. This LaBelle is a real early one. Here comes somebody chasing me. And it has a smaller horizontal stabilizer and elevator. So it tends to buffet when you get real slow. But you can see how rough this thermal is, but we're going up. Oh, 8 knots. There's somebody below me here. Anyways, we'll keep cruising. Good time. Alright, we're down to 10.6 and there's Olancha Peak. And you can see these clouds. Those clouds started in Tehachapi and work all the way here. It might have been a better way to get up to the top of those clouds and just bounce those. But I'm making it okay. So we're just going to try to, we're going to have to run this ridge. I'm going to run this ridge and hopefully we got a little bit of orographic lift, which is just the hot air rising up the ridge line. Or maybe even a little bit of ridge lift. If the convergence zone is off to the left, that means the wind should be going from right to left. It does not exactly feel that way. And like right here, if this thing materializes, we'll climb it. So we're going to climb in the first good thing to try to get up higher. And that one very good, was it? Anyways, back to work. Well, it's working out. It goes Romeo Echo or Echo Romeo.
You have Echo Romeo?
Yeah, I got you. I'm still to the south of you. He's worried about me. Coming your way. Now everybody circles the same way. It looks like he's doing pretty well there. That glider's got a little more performance than this thing. Here is Olancha Peak.
Delta Bravo ground, go ahead.
When you fly over, you don't think the rocks are as big as they are, but they are massive.
Roger, Olancha, go.
They're all about the size of buses. He just hit a good one there. Alright, just leaving Olancha Peak. I'm kind of remembering a lesson. I should fly my own race. I started circling with this guy and enjoying the view. And then he ran off and now he's ahead of me. I should have just kept plugging along. But I got better altitude. I'm at 12,100 right now. There's the Crystal Geyser water plant. And I got Crystal Geyser water on board. Got the first good cues going here. Try to get high. Going good. And this is about as early as I've ever been here. It's not quite 1 o'clock or right at 1 o'clock now. So yeah, it's going good. I might be making a mistake. They're kind of waiting for the last cloud to circle in. You never do that because you're never sure what's on the other side or if that cloud's going to work at all. Flying right along the spine of the Sierra Nevadas at 11.5. Real pretty. These meadows up here that dumps over into Tunnel Meadow. Kind of amazing. They'd run cattle and sheep up here, up these canyons. Just real amazing. And then get the cows to do that. Coming up with what we call these switchbacks, which goes up into Horseshoe Meadows, which is just up ahead. Good camping spot. They got miniature fish in the creek. But on the other side of that is Lone Pine. You just barely see it peeking over the ridge. Well, over the switchbacks, we're at 14,000, just shy of 14,000 feet. That tall peak up there is Mount Whitney. It's kind of crazy. Once you get this high, things kind of change perspective. A lot of sink. That means you go faster. But just kind of try to keep on top of the peaks and just bounce up northbound. Dad's passing Coso Junction right now, so I'm flying faster than he's driving, so that's a good thing. He's supposed to speed everywhere. But, there's Lone Pine in the Owens Valley. Those are the Alabama hills down there. A lot of your old westerns were filmed there. And it's also just at Independence North there. It's a lot of Indian battles back in the day, in the late 1800s. The cattle folks came through and the Indians didn't quite like it and they never got along. But anyway, beautiful spot, beautiful bay. I keep going north. There's Mount Whitney. It's a little flushy out here, a lot of sinking stuff. I'm not feeling great about it. Hopefully we can get a decent climb here shortly. Just trying to figure out how things are triggering. Sometimes they'll trigger down lower in the mountains. Just need a good climb right now. Anyways, we'll keep going. This is the road up to Whitney Portal. For those of you who've done the hike, will be right over it. And those clouds are promising. Hopefully we can get up there and find a little something. I think the key is just keep plugging along. See if I can talk myself into that. You get nervous down this low. Anyways, I'll be nervous off camera. Climb on this spine here. See if it holds up. Slower climbs I've taken in a while, but I'll take it. Alright, there's Bishop, just past Big Pine, and we're still down in the rocks. Got a couple good, real good thermals. Just hit a real rowdy spot. I'm trying not to circle too much. Just keep chugging along, but these high peaks keep coming, it seems like. I don't know if I keep getting lower or they keep getting higher. But we'll keep chugging along. Be really careful when you get this close to the rocks because the bottom can fall out from under you. Look at those colors though. So it's getting rowdy. The winds kind of the southwest. See, that feels pretty nice. Next clue is, next deal is, do we go left of this thing? I don't know what's on the other side of it. Or stay safe and go to the right. Good wind indicator right there. It's gorgeous though up here. I'll tanker up on some altitude. Wind is kind of howling down there. You can't really rely on all the lakes because the wind shifts down low there. And you know, one spot it may be going 180 degrees in another spot, so I don't like where I'm at unless I can get a little more love here. There, like that. From what I can tell, I'm doing pretty well. The real competitors are kind of going down to the northeast, that direction. They're going for those clouds, which is nice, but get some pretty good climbs here. Just keep pushing up the Sierras. Like that. So I just kind of dropped out from underneath you. Go out this way. Stay safe. it over the top of that thing pretty quick. We'll keep heading north. Yeah. Alright, I'm right over Palisades Glaciers. And I believe they are the most southern glaciers. And they're looking pretty dismal. And I don't like being on this side of the rocks. They're pretty rowdy. Kind of keep going. Glacier. A little deeper than I want to be. We'll keep running the spine here. It seems to keep stringing us along. Yep, there it goes. See if we can get over Mammoth. Kind of low. I got on the wrong side of the mountains, and so here I am trying to get on top of this plateau. Hopefully something's cooking up today. Still make Bishop. Can't make Mammoth. So for now we're looking at Bishop. So I'm going to have to... One little mistake, and here I am, a little lower than I want to be. But peak of the day, we should make it. Get up here. Anyways, I'm gonna. Alright, we're being Mammoth Airport there. And it's been a little dicey. The winds are kind of going in the wrong direction. Oh, come on. Try to get along this peak here. It's been a lot of work, so we'll keep trucking along. It's not looking as good as it was. Right over the Mammoth Airport, there's the Mammoth Mountain and the town of Mammoth. Mammoth Lakes, that is. There's just a hawk over me. Got flushed off the mountains. Might be a good thing. There's some clouds forming above me. This is kind of a shear line that happens in Mammoth at the end of the day. The middle of the day, looks like. But you got all the moist air, dry air, or moist air, heavy air that comes in over Mammoth Pass there and pushes all the desert air out. I'm creating a little convergence zone here, and I've just hit it. Kind of had to change gears. I'm going to do some glider trailer down there on the road, chasing somebody that's doing better than me. And I got to concentrate here and make up some time. So all right, we are about 10 miles north of Crowley Lake and to the east of Bishop, or Mammoth now. Climbing in this convergence zone. This plan is working out pretty good, but it's kind of changed my focus to making it towards the Hawthorne, Nevada area. I'm going to try to run down this line of clouds here that goes almost directly towards our Hawthorne, and hopefully it'll work out for me. No idea what time it is. 3:13. These thermals, I mean, they start good, and I don't know if I don't have the patience for them or what, but they always tend to peter out and I can't center them. It's probably because I'm filming. But anyways, pretty beautiful. There's been some neat dust devils that are kicking around Mono Lake there, and they'll kind of hit the water, fizzle. There. Anyways, Tom Riley's catching up to me, so hopefully we could fly together a little bit towards the end. So, pretty good flight. I don't want to land just because it's too early in the day, but any normal day that I'd be looking at Levining really close, or Hawthorne for sure, or even Mammoth and Bishop, I'd be happy camper. So I am beyond a happy camper right now. So off we go. All right, we are at 16,600 feet. Hawthorne, Nevada's up off the nose there by that lake. Just getting past, that's a good thermal. Getting past Mono Lake back there. Tom Riley's nipping at my heels here. Have no idea where Todd went. But just been flying the clouds here. When you see a cloud, that means there's probably a thermal under it. And one of those things, 60% of the time it works every time. So far so good. It's getting later and later. So I got Hawthorne made, no problem. Could probably make Urington, but I think Silver Springs or something like that, Nevada, is looking pretty likely. We'll see how it looks out in the blue. That's my next decision here, is to go out in the blue there and see how that goes. So I'll just head down that ridge line. I could head eastbound, but that is no man's land. I'll just keep that on 395 and head north. So, pretty nice day. Alright, just floating along here. We got Hawthorne down there. Doug Fronius made a really good flight on the dash one year in the old LK-10A he has. And that's just an amazing flight. I'm kind of torn. If I get a really good thermal up here, I mean, I'm already at 17. I may head up towards Carson City. It's because there's clouds that way. And if nothing else, I can dump down into Urington. And it's pretty blue that way. And I don't know, I'm kind of confused about it. But we keep floating along here. I've got glide on Silver Springs. And as far as the geometry goes, I think that's better for straight out distance. If I get to Silver Springs, my next real alternate is Derby, Nevada, which is, I don't know, I'm guessing about 30 extra miles. So that'll be kind of tough. I'm probably going to get to the Silver Springs area around 4:30. So yeah, I'm kind of scratching my head right now, I guess is the best way to put it. So anyways, it's cruising. Alright, I'm going to shoot for Carson City. I'm over, that's Hilton's Ranch right there. They're very glider friendly. They used to have the Hitachi Masters of Soaring. No, wait, that's the wrong one. That's Hilton's ranch there. They used to have the Baron Hilton Cup there. Whoever did the largest triangular course in the year in a certain region got to come out here and go soaring. This is really some of the best soaring in the United States. And we're at 16,000 and cruising along at 70 knots in this old thing, doing 90 knots over the ground. Life's good out here. But I need the next few climbs to do Carson City. There's a lot of ridges in the way, but there are these clouds. That's kind of why I headed this way. The clouds are better, and the drive is a lot nicer for my crew. So, and I've always wanted to make it to Carson City to see George and Laurel Byard. So that's why I'm kind of headed this way. It seems like a line of lift here, so I'm just going to kind of keep going ahead. We got Minden plugged into the computer, and that says I need 26 to 1, and so that's looking pretty good. We're doing over 100 to 1 right now, just following this line of lift. And what I mean by that is for every 100 feet forward I go, I only drop 1 foot. So that's pretty good. And I'm, let's see, let's work it out. About 2.5 miles above Carson City, where we want to get there at. And so I could probably go about 60 miles. Probably more. Especially at this rate. It's looking good. Tom Riley's around here somewhere, so I'll probably see him towards the end. He's very good. He'll catch me for sure. So almost can't let that thermal go. Of course, when you turn in a thermal, you're going to turn out of it. This is like desolate. But you got the little river running through here that comes out of Bridgeport. I think it's a Carson River. It's right by Hilton's place. Good fishing if you can get there. Beautiful. Having a good flight. Well, this is what it's about right now. It's pushing 5 o'clock, late day thermal, 12.4, climbing pretty nicely. Averaging about 8 knots. And there's Carson City. Reno's up there in sight. And I'm kind of wondering how far I should go. Dad just passed June Lake. He says he's doing okay. Jeff and Doug landed in Bishop, I guess. Probably a few others too. And that's a pretty good flight because it was tough getting up the Sierras. It was a little low and sketchy. But I was lucky I got an early start today. And then Todd got a late start in the old Prue. But he looks like he's got Lone Pine made, no problem. Took a long time to get out of the Tehachapi Valley. I think that was the key. Tom Riley's up here somewhere. He'll probably beat me. But now I'm kind of sightseeing, you know. I don't want Dad to have to drive too far. But on the other end, I look at Fallon up there. That's doable. Or I could go to Lake Tahoe for the evening. Decisions. It's been a good day. Ain't over yet. Here we go. All right. We're at the end of the Pine Nut Range, which is just outside of Carson City. Put my hat on here. Anyways, just out of Carson City. Climbing through 16.5 on this last little cloud here. There's Reno right there. And Tom Riley looks like he's landing in Dayton Valley. Kind of had a gentleman's agreement that we'd land there together. But now, I don't know what to do. Because I can make it a lot further. So anyways, I can make it to Derby now. Barely. And that's another 70 miles, I think. But on the other end, Dad's going to be late, and for another 70 miles, that's an hour or so. More waiting than Dayton Valley. The other thing is, a lot of guys landed Bishop, and then the guys that really went northeast probably went really far. So I'm going to bet, and I'm probably going to kick myself for it, Dayton Valley is about the place to be. But I'll head up north here to those clouds over there, and see if they're working, and then come back and maybe fly a little distance for the OLC points. I think that sounds like fun. This is a pretty darn good flight, and Dad's probably ready to quit driving. So anyways, this thing's still going up, almost 17,000. This is the best part of the day to fly, really. Just because the thermals get a little smoother, easier to center, and although I just flew out of it. But it's just all the shadows getting long on the ground and stuff. It's just pretty, you know. So anyways, I'm sure somebody went way up there. Anyways. Not too bad. There's Lake Tahoe right there. Beautiful day. We'll head north. Alright. There's Lake Tahoe, and if you can tell, I am headed southbound right now. I went up Abeam Reno International, and me and Tom Raleigh are going to land there at Dayton Valley, so I'm just going to head southbound a little bit, burn off some altitude. I found out the thermal got me up to 17,000 again. I could have kept going north, but the options were kind of boring and lame. But I don't think we're going to be in the running. I think there's some guys that are going to end up in Idaho today, so that's pretty cool. But we got a really good flight, so we'll just put this on the online contest and see how many points I can rack up. Looks like it's going to be close to 600 kilometers today and about a 7.5, 8-hour flight. So not super fast. Should have gone over the lights, but live and learn, right? So I'm just kind of cruising southbound here. A little tiny lake bed right there. That's 3 shotgun shells. That's where we have our backcountry fly-in every year. It's tiny from up here. Denver Beach ran away for a day. Really ticked his dad off. Anyways, having a good flight. So I'll just kind of keep cruising. See ya. Alright. We're on a very noisy final glide in the Dayton Valley. I'm still pretty high for it, but it's up ahead there under the nose. It'll be about 600 kilometers raw distance for the flight. So that's probably, well, that is my best flight. So not too bad, and my feet are freezing. My heated insoles gave up a while ago, but it would have been neat to kind of keep going, but this just makes a lot more sense. I don't think I'd gain much in the contest for going much further. You never know, never will. But this will save me hours in the retrieve by landing here. So, and there's probably better food on a Saturday night in Carson City. So, right there. Anyways, really good day. See you on the ground. Not going to get the landing, but here's Dayton Valley with Tom Riley down there and his home-built American Spirit. He does really well with that thing. He beat me here. Looks like we'll land the left traffic for 2-3. Anyway, George Byard lives right there. That's Jeff's dad. Well, this works out perfect. Looks like Tom's Cruise is pulling up. That's good timing right there. Hopefully there's not a gate. I think there is. They've got people. Alright, I'm gonna go land. Happy.